Hello, I'm Father Timothy Matkin with the Rector's Ramblings for St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2019. Today I'm going to talk about, though, the Stations of the Cross. What are the Stations of the Cross? Well, since Jesus walked the earth, his disciples in every age have wanted to follow the path and see the places where he was born and where he ministered, where he suffered and died and rose and ascended. And so pilgrimages to the Holy Land have been popular since the earliest days of the Church. And the locals would point out the places where these events in the life of Christ took place. One of the most meaningful is that winding trail from the Antonia fortress where Jesus was condemned to the death to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is where he was executed and buried. Only in the Holy Land can you celebrate Jesus' death and resurrection in the place where it actually happened, taking up your cross and following in his steps. And so people took these devotions back with them when they went home to their churches throughout Europe and throughout the world. The 4th century pilgrim Egeria described the Holy Week services in Jerusalem by saying, quote, "What I admire and value most is that all the hymns and antiphons and readings and all the prayers that the bishops say are always relevant to the day which is being observed and to the place in which they are used." So today, much like in Egeria's time, thousands of Christians observe Good Friday by following the Via Dolorosa, the way of sorrows, or sometimes simply the way of the cross. And along the path through the Old City are medallions with Roman numerals marking 14 stations, stops along the way, usually with a little chapel there for prayer at each marker. And these devotions grew up around these markers, these stations commemorating the events that happened there. So this would be where Jesus fell one time, and this is where he had his face wiped with the veil of a woman who was there, and this is where Simon of Cyrene helped him carry the cross, and so on. And so typically, pilgrims would stop at these stations and would say some simple prayers like the Our Father and the Hail Mary and make some kind of act of contrition in gratitude for the saving mercy that led Jesus to carry his cross. The meditations for each station that we use here at St. Francis were composed by St. Alphonsus Liguori, and of course they're familiar to Episcopalians through the St. Augustine's prayer book, which is where we find them. As we follow Christ in his way of sorrow, may we endeavor anew to follow him in holiness of life. I'm Father Timothy Matkin. If you're in Dallas, come join us at St. Francis Anglican Church. You can look us up at stfrancisdallas.org. Please like and share, and we will see you there. God bless.